Okay, time for the second story. Okay, time for the second story today at Tunnel Springs on this Friday. And I guess we're still in September. I can't remember. Oh, heavens. Anyways, it's about growing up in Salt Lake City as a quote unquote Mormon. And somehow along the way, I grew up being accustomed to confrontation, and almost to the point where I kind of thrive on it. I love to be challenged. And so that just brings up another topic that a discussion we've had several times in my life. But these quote unquote Christians who confront my brand of Christianity and try to tell us, oh, I'm sorry, your brand of Christianity doesn't count. You're not a real Christian. Have you ever had this experience? Can you imagine doing that to any other religion? Oh, I'm sorry, you're not a real Catholic. You're not a real Baptist. And can you imagine making up these random qualifications to be a Christian, or for heaven's sakes, it's right in the official name of our church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But when somebody confronts you with this and says, I'm sorry, you're not a Christian because of A, B, or C. My pastor told us this, that, and the other thing, that to be a Christian, to believe in Christ, truly, you have to believe this, you have to believe that, you believe A, B, C. Can you imagine that in any other aspect of our lives? I'm sorry, you're not a real New York Yankees fan. Especially when it comes to things that are completely in your head and in your heart. It's not like any biological difference that you could point to, as in when it comes to men and women. You know, I can understand that. But something in your head, I'm sorry, you don't really think that. You don't believe that. You're not a fan of the New York Yankees in the correct way. To be a New York Yankees fan, you officially have to go back to Babe Ruth and blah, blah. I don't know, I can only imagine. Not that I've ever heard anyone talk like this, but it's kind of like that. It's like, you're going to tell me what I believe? Wow. It's a unique experience. And I kind of hate to say that I like being confronted with things like that, but I kind of like it. It's just so, it's just, it just takes you back sometimes. Like, whoa. Interesting. So, how long is that story? Only 4 minutes so far. 4 minutes. 4 minutes so far. Anyways, I guess you could probably imagine the same thing politically. It's like you're a conservative. No, you're not a true conservative unless you believe this or that. Or you're not a true liberal unless you believe this or that. And I'm going to make the decision. I don't care what you think. I don't care what goes on in your head. It's all about what goes on in my head, what you are. It's like, wow. Um, It's kind of like all these quote unquote liberals or far left people that are, can't stand Charlie Kirk, and they would just want to paint him as a hater, a divider, a divisive. And when you look at his greatest hits, you can't imagine anybody handling our college children with more kid gloves, a soft touch, than Charlie. Oh my heavens. He has all the compassion in the world, and yet it is counted for hate when talking about Charlie. And to me, it's not that these people probably really believe that, but their echo chamber that they're in tells them that this is how they have to think. The news they listen to tells them this is how they have to think. And so it's like reflexively oh yeah, that's hateful, that's divisive, you know, telling your child who is misguided that their confusion about gender is more a problem in their head than the problem in their biology. But oh my heavens, Charlie is just such a great example of a good Christian. I just love him, and I didn't know that well beforehand, but ever since the assassination, the more I learn, the more I like. Anyways, that's enough for one video. Bite-sized pieces. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.